Hey, everybody. Hi, Toni.
Hello.
Hello. Just the old Seinfeld episode. So, Toni from Shining Hawk Healing, this has been such a long time. I've been wanting to read with you forever.
Me too. I mean, I'm so glad that we got together for the prayer tree. That was so awesome. And I'm so grateful to you for what what you brought to the table for that project. It was amazing. And
Thank you.
So grateful.
I think I got the best deal out of it all.
I think so.
I really do. Number one, so for people who may not know, go to Toni to Shining Hawk Healing Tarot, right?
It's Shining Hawk Healing on YouTube, yeah.
On YouTube, yeah. And I'll put that down below. And check out her prayer tree series that she did. And you asked me, and I was like, yes, I'd love to do that. That was right when the Russia-Ukraine war started up.
Yeah.
And I still think that it's so important to revisit that and keep sending out. We're almost there.
Absolutely.
I really feel like Russia's just gone, we got, this is stupid. This is wrong. We're not winning.
Nope.
But we still need to send love and light and prayers and healing out to the people of Ukraine,
absolutely,
to the people of Russia, and even the leaders, to get them to wake up.
Yeah. I mean, it's got to be, from the heart. It's got to be love. It's got to be forgiveness. Forgiveness has to play a really big role in this, because otherwise, you're keeping that hate and that all of that stuff in your heart.
Yeah.
That's going to send the wrong message. So
Absolutely.
We have to forgive, and we have to send as much love and light and healing as we can, because it's just, you think that, oh, the world's gone crazy. And it has.
Yeah.
It basically has. But there are ways to manipulate the energy on the planet. And everyone who's a light worker, everyone who's a practitioner of magic, of healing, all of that, we have, everyone has it, but we have the incentive to use it, right? So we have to, that's why we're here. We're here to spread that. We're here to witness. We're here to help. We're here to, manipulate the energy. That's why we're here.
And it's so important when you say this, that we can manipulate the energy in the wrong way too, and hanging on to the destructive energy that the war is creating now, and we can hang on to that. But forgiveness, so hard, and that's where we as light workers really come to work.
Yes.
And working is releasing the anger and bringing in the forgiveness with love. Whew. Hard. Not easy.
And that, in that fourth chakra, that heart chakra, I'm getting chills on this, that fourth heart chakra is the bridge between the upper and the lower world. So you've got all this really hot energy that's coming into the planet, I mean, from within, and we're exuding it into the atmosphere.
Yeah, right.
But that's where that fourth chakra comes in. It's like it's the firemen who come in to put out the fire. It's that love energy puts out that hateful, awful stuff. So that's what I'm like. So it's a horrible, horrible thing that's happening. But we all, balance is dark and light. So we have to understand that there is always going to be darkness, but we are here to shine a light on that darkness, to push it back as far as we can, even though it will never disappear completely.
And when you said push it back, I heard, not to change your words, but I heard to shine our light brighter than
Mhm.
what that darkness. So it
Absolutely.
kind of like just shrinks. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. And so getting back to your prayer tree, which was such an honor. And I said, I got the better end of all of that receiving, because you sent me a prayer. And so I was going, I'm going to do it in Shasta, and the internet was all wonky. So I recorded it here. And so I got to record it
Oh,
a couple of
and it
times.
sounded wonderful. It was wonderful.
And that elevated me so high. And when I got to Shasta and I did it, I was just flying. I mean, it was so powerful. And so anyway, it's thank you for that.
Thank you, because you were the vehicle through, that my words were able to come through, and it just felt so wonderful to have
Yeah.
someone who was connected to the planet, to the universe, to another shaman who could really get in there and pull the meaning and the energy out and send it out. So
It was really good, really good. So thank you for that. Let's look at for a reading. Let's look at how do we, because we're looking at all this supposedly ugliness in the world with Pootie, with Trump, and we're like being faced with all of this just yucky stuff. How do we, and let's just throw some cards out on it and see what the cards say. How do we let go of that negativity and let the love shine the brightest?
okay.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use a special deck.
Okay.
This, no, really, don't laugh at other people's work. This
You
is a
crack
really,
me up. I can't stop because you always crack me up.
special. It's a one-off. Nobody else has this deck. Nobody. I'm telling you.
Oh, you mean this deck right here?
Oh my gosh. That deck, yes.
Yeah, this deck right here.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a healing deck. Somebody should make a wheel that they could spin on their table.
Oh, you mean this one?
That one. I love that. The first time I saw that, I went, oh my gosh, that's so great. All right.
Like, I am a freak. I am a freak. This, they're gonna think I'm a freak.
No. And you also make, besides designing beautiful cards, you also have a shop where you make wands and
And
what
jewelry.
else? And jewelry.
Necklaces, bracelets, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
Well, I try to do it from a shaman's perspective and use beads that, that have power, and, put in a little bit of the elements like feathers and leather and that kind of thing. Although leather is kind of passé now, people don't want it. Someone said, you should make your drum out of another material. No.
You should make your drum out of another plastic.
Make your drum out of another material. Okay, what material would that be? I don't know.
Wood.
Well, it's already made of wood.
Well, maybe the skin would be wood. That would be more Africanish.
That would. Have you seen those boxes that you sit on that are actually, I love those drums.
Yeah.
One of my favorites.
Okay, let's solve the world's problems with 6 cards. or 3 or 2. How do we shine our love light bright in these hard times? Oh,
Oops. Cards are flying.
yeah.
They're flying.
All right. All right.
Oh, so cute. Okay.
You're first because then
Okay,
you
so here is the
help me with
world.
mine.
Here is the world. I use some tarot too. So here's the world.
Oh,
And we have a lot of confusion in the world right now, right? And confusion and worry, a lot of worry, a lot of worry. But if we go within, quest for a vision, for some information, for some idea that will help pull some healing out of this bag of plant medicine, and then go back to your childhood and sort of look at it through the eyes of a child to see, because children only see lovely things, you know,
yeah.
unless you introduce ugly things to them. They only see things through these eyes of wonderment, of joy, of happiness, of inquisitiveness, that kind of thing. So through the eyes of a child, we can maybe come up with some ideas of how to bring that light into the planet. So that's what
Love it. Love it. All right. So what I got is, how do we shine our light, our love light really bright in these challenging times? I got sage. So it's like, number one, let go of the negative, clean it, cleanse it, just. And when I got with this is when we burn sage and we smudge and we clean things, as soon as you smell the smoke, you shift immediately. You shift your awareness and your perspective just a little bit. You get ready for the next thing to come up. The next thing that came up was, thank you for purchasing. And I thought, all right. So
you're supposed to take that card out of the deck.
Clean your energy, buy a shamanic healing deck.
Maybe that was about purchase, being thankful, being grateful. Maybe that was about being grateful.
Yes. I forgot to pull it out. Okay. So once we sage and start shifting our perspective, we have a choice. We can stay in that negative energy, or we can choose to go back to the simpler time. And I love that 6 of Cups. Go back to the simpler time, see the world through the eyes of a child, and we get to choose what direction we want to go in.
Yes,
right?
Absolutely.
And then once we choose, I love this card too. It's listen.
Yeah.
Just for me, when I heard this, there's no nature in this card except the nature of this smudge. It feels like the smudge smoke. You're listening to your higher guides, but I just went right to nature with this. I just went right outside. That was the vision I got with listen. Listen to the birds, to the nature sounds, and choose that versus, and going back to nature sounds, we have a jet and we have
crows.
Crows, or are they pelicans?
They're crows.
They're crows. All right. I'm not going to argue with you. Trust me.
There's so many crows around my house. I mean, just everywhere. They're just everywhere.
Do you
So
feed them?
yeah. Well, every now and then, but far away from my house, I feed them. So
Yeah.
they don't come following me home.
We feed them, and they get really mad if we don't. Where are my peanuts, damn it? They cuss. They cuss at me. Damn it.
That's a crow for you. It's just like that. They're just like that.
So I think our messages are so powerful. We get to, just go back and look at it through a child's eye.
Yeah.
This is just such a blip in time. Yeah, we need to be aware, but if we send love out like a child does, we will start healing.
And that's an unconditional love too, because children just want to love. They want to feel love, and they want to reciprocate with that. So yeah, it's so simple but hard to do.
Yeah. So as we shift from this, and I went to go look at my phone for questions, we're going to now get into political. The time is 2:22. As we end with that special meaning. All right.
I'm a 22. My life path number is 22.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's a little number.
It is a little number. That's how old I am.
A little master number. All right. So we have a couple of political questions. So we're going to try to keep this in. Let's read it as a child would read it. And this is one that I wanted to read on too. The Democrat candidate in Wyoming is Lynette Graybull. She's running for Congress against Harriet Hagman, who beat Liz Cheney. Okay, so I meant to do some research on this as far as how many other indigenous people are running for office. So we had the, I forgot her name, the woman in Alaska who beat Sarah Palin. I can't remember her name. I lost your.
Oh yeah, it's the woman in Alaska. Let's see what her name is. Let's see. Alaska. Oh, I was just when
Mary P or
P is something Pellman or something Pellamon.
Yeah.
Something like that. But yeah, when she won, I was like,
yay.
Indigenous Peoples Day.
Right? I mean, and you think about where we were in that last administration with just crazy old white guys and young white guys in there. And with Biden's administration, we have, I'm drawing another blank on the Secretary of Interior, Deb Haaland.
Deb Haaland, yes.
Deb Haaland, I'm like, yes. So anyway, Lynette Graybull is up against the Republican Harriet Hagman. Let's see if she stands a chance.
Okay, let's see. Is she gonna win?
Because, oh my gosh, it's so red up there.
Yeah. It's red where I live too, so.
Where are you?
I'm in California, in Ventura County. So
you're red there.
Not that far from the Reagan Library. So
Did you go see Trump when he was there?
I don't really even say his name. He doesn't.
See, you should have told me that before, because I think I've mentioned his name about 3 or 4 times right now.
I don't mind if other people mention his name. I call him Fat and Scabby.
That's love for you. It's so hard. It's so hard though, not to
get to that place where it's like, oh my gosh, I'm so done with this whole thing.
Yeah.
And my whole thing for my channel was to sort of be the opposite of the political channels, because I just felt like I didn't personally want to give any more energy to the fat man. So that's why I I don't do a lot of political. Sometimes I do, but very rarely.
Yeah.
Will she? Ooh. And the woman who won against Liz Cheney, what's her name again?
Harriet Hagman.
Hagman. Okay. So Hagman. Oh no. I just have a feeling that it might look really good in the beginning, but oh no. Here we go.
All right.
Here she is, walking away. She's gonna give it up. The environment is that people, she might have people who are behind her, but it's too confusing. She's all over the place. She doesn't really know what she stands for. It's just, it's chaos. And this is how it's going to end, in chaos for her. And she's worried. She's worried because it doesn't look good. There are people out there tempering her wins.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I kind of did it from a different perspective, and then I got into tarot on it. I pulled the my angel and ancestors deck. With her, I got the sun card, enjoying happiness and success, and I went, oh, but I think this is her personal life, not her political journey. The next card I got is the moon, which is like, okay, is it the sun or is it the moon?
Which is it?
Which is it? Or are they both shining at the same time? So I was confused. I had the 7 of Cups. I had your 7 of Cups here. And then I got the eagle, taking a look at it from a higher perspective. So when I was looking at this, I go, this doesn't look good as a political run, but looking at it from a different point of view, she's doing it. It's great. She's getting a name out there. But then when I pulled tarot, that's no good. Going back to a simpler time, just kind of let it go. And then I got the 2 of Cups with this, and I'm feeling that there's going to be some kind of partnership that's going to happen. I don't think she's winning, but I think she's changing the conversation.
Yeah, I saw that partnership too. That came out in the environment, that she's got people behind her. Yes, the Republicans are probably going to spend a lot of money to try to get her to win, but I just think she's in this at a time when there's a huge anvil around the Republican Party's neck, and they are being drawn, and that anvil has a name, but I don't speak it.
Lindsey Graham? Oh, different anvil.
Yes.
Got to read on him. Got to read on Lindsay.
Oh
the
my
hell?
gosh. So, this whole thing about the whole, his abortion bill, it's like, what are you doing? And it's so obvious that it's a look over there. It's, look over there. Don't look here. Don't look at my man. Don't look at my anvil.
I guess, yeah, I guess that's what it is, because why would you do that? I mean, all the polling says that the Supreme Court royally is handing the Democrats the midterms, if the Democrats choose to use that, which I think they are. And then Lindsey, couldn't he come up with another look over there moment? I think that was a huge, huge mistake.
Yeah. And he, and whether he knows it or not, I don't know. He needs his mama. He needs his mommy. 'Cause he's lost. And it just feels so sad that he just, he needs some forgiveness. He needs some light and healing. And it's just so sad.
Yeah.
He has lost his way so royally.
And I know. And the thing that I remember, I mean, he's always been lost. So he's always following somebody. And he used to follow John McCain around like a little puppy dog. And John McCain at least had some stable factors going on with him to keep things somewhat normal. I mean, John McCain, he was a little out there too. I mean, I'm not for his politics, but
he had integrity. He had integrity, and he showed that integrity by by refusing to go along with the shenanigans. So it's so, kudos to him, and I'm sending him love and energy to the other side, and thank you for what you've done to help with the health law. So that was amazing. But Lindsey seems to be circling the drain, if I can say that. He's circling the drain, and it's so sad because he doesn't have a boat, he doesn't have an oar, he doesn't have a life preserver, he doesn't have anything. He's holding on by his fingertips, trying not to get pulled in.
I'm a boat guy. I'm a water guy.
Oh, good.
Oh yeah. You don't get on a boat without a life jacket.
No.
Just letting you know.
No, you don't.
I remember hearing on the marine radio when I was living down in LA, would be in the harbor a lot, and just cruising around because it's a huge harbor. And we hear on the radio, this guy is, his engine quit and he's going up on the breakwater. He's going to be thrown up on the breakwater. And the Coast Guard says, how many people on board, blah, blah, blah. And so he's got his whole family on board, right? Little kids, his wife, little kids. And they go, do you have life jackets? He goes, yeah, of course. He's kind of indignant. I'm like, whoa. He goes, would you tell everybody to put them on? Well, I can't. They're in the trunk of my car. That's Lindsey Graham. He's got his life jacket in the trunk of his car. So when we were laughing about this, let's look at mental health. Speaking of Lindsey Graham, are we going to get some better mental health? Is it laws or is it care in the next 4 years? Okay. Is mental health going to come up to the forefront in the next couple of years?
So important. Oh my gosh.
So I think I need some help.
We all do at this point. We've gone through, we've run the gauntlet, and now we're like PTSD.
I know. but at least I have a life jacket.
I don't have a boat, and even I have a life jacket.
No, we have YouTube tarot readers. Oh my gosh. Okay. Mental health. What's the 411 on our mental health care?
Mental health for the world. Hmm.
I'm doing I was going to do a little spread, and
I think the government is going to get involved in this.
I do too.
And yeah, for our survival. Thank God. Yes.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think so.
I'll go.
Yeah.
So we have all of this mental health. We have, people who are, dancing and crying and screaming at the moon. And that's happening everywhere, all over
the world.
All over the world.
Yeah.
So, we're looking for someone to offer us some sort of, respite, some sort of, vacation from all of this. We want to just go and put our heads down. But there is an offering there's an offering coming, and it's going to temper all of this really bad energy. And it's coming in strong with the king, with the Knight of Swords.
Yeah.
So the government will get involved. And what do I have? I have celebration. So whatever. Ooh. We hope that whatever they bring, and it'll be a, something of surprise announcement.
Yeah.
Yeah. So also this is for our survival. This is for our survival and for the consciousness of the planet that we have to do this so that everyone can walk in beauty.
Walk in beauty. Yes. Even though they think they're walking in beauty, some of these, yeah. I was thinking, did I get the same cards? And I didn't, but I got the same type of reading. My first card was the High Priestess. So this is a card that is a lot of secrets, a lot of stuff that's going on in our heads. So, and then I got the 10 of Cups, the 9 of Cups, the wish card. Maybe we're wishing that we're going to get help. And I do think it's from the government, even though I didn't really get a government card so much. But I got the Chariot, moving on. I got a new project with the Ace of Pentacles. And at the top of the reading, writing in as a winner. Yeah, we're moving in. The potential near future is, and I look at this card in two ways. Either we're shining a light on the issue of mental health,
yes,
and the solitariness of being crazy all by yourself.
That's me. I could be crazy all by myself.
Well, so I have a question. If I feel crazy all by myself and you feel crazy all by yourself, and there's all these other people that feel crazy all by themselves, we're not all by ourselves anymore. No.
We are a collective.
I think we are a collective of crazies, and they're shining a light on us. Internally, there's some review. I got the Queen of Cups. So there's something in there that she's going to open up. Queens, I mean, it's a motherly energy with this Queen of Cups. It's calming energy. The hopes and fears are that we're going to let go of this internal battle. I think just the struggle. My last three cards I got, and I had to pull clarifiers on it. is the Five of Pentacles. And I went, okay, are we going to be able to go from this loss into the warmth of the church? Is that where we're going? Where are we going with this? Clarify.
That looks like, remember when, I don't know what president it was, but whoever just shut down all the Reagan. He shut down all the hospitals, the mental hospitals, and everybody was out in the cold.
Yeah.
So that's where all of our mental health people are, out in the cold.
Yes. Yes. And are we going to get back into there? I mean, Reagan did such a good job.
He was so great.
Have you been to his library? You're just around. Sorry.
Not that I have anything against the library itself, right? It's just that I don't know. I'm not moved to see the visuals that are there.
I've never been there. Never, ever, ever. And I drove by it a lot.
A lot.
I thought, keep driving. Just keep driving. Yeah. I just read an article that, and so much of the stuff that we're dealing right now with our justice system stemmed from him. Anyway, another topic. So Five of Pentacles, are we going to get back into the warmth of having proper care? I got the Death card and I went, is that okay? Help me out again, because is this the transition card where we see the sun, or are we just, I think we're just still in this not a good place. And so the last card I pulled, Justice. And I went, we are going to be this, it's not going to be pretty. We're still struggling with this, with trying to figure out how to balance, how to restart this, how to get people back into proper care. And I did get the World card at the bottom of the deck. I'm looking, this is not, they're looking overseas for some kind of plan. They're going to maybe get something from overseas that's going to help them.
They take care of their people over there.
They do. I think, I don't know.
I don't know, but I think
their healthcare is better than ours.
Yeah. Well, it is. It is.
So, yeah.
Don't even get started on the healthcare system.
Well, that was a little side note that nobody asked for that question except me. And since
that was a great question. I love that.
I'm in charge then.
I love that. I mean, the idea of that, things will change in that area. We've just lost so much credibility as a human race. We care about each other. It's just,
I know.
We look at it and go, do we really?
Yeah. No, let's just put them out in the streets.
Yeah. Or bus them to Washington. And did you see that?
All right. So I got to go to one of those questions because it was in here. Where was it? I know I saw it in here. I had to have written it down. Well, it was all about busing. Is DeSantis and Abbott, why aren't they being charged for illegal trafficking?
Wow, across state lines, right? You think that that's a law? Just because you're the governor of one state means that you can behave however way you want?
Yeah. And maybe these people are saying, well, I'll agree. Oh, but maybe they don't really understand what they're agreeing to, and so they get shipped off.
Yeah.
It's like, let's just see if I don't know, how do we form this questions, because it's two different states, two different people who need a lot of forgiveness, a lot.
I'm wondering how it's going to play out, because he just busts some newly new arrivals to Kamala Harris's house. So yeah, he sent a busload to put them on a plane, and then they got on a bus and they went to drove up to Kamala Harris's Washington home, and they put them out there.
Oh, not the California home, though.
No, in
good.
Washington.
Okay, as
in
long
Washington.
as they're not coming to California.
Oh, they are in California. They are in California. Come on. But we love our immigrants here.
Oh my God. Oh. You know, I get so upset when anyway, it just yeah, it just drives me nuts.
I know it's terrible,
you know, as a shaman practitioner, we don't own anything. We don't own this land. There shouldn't be borders. So this is mine. We don't have enough. We'll quit focusing on lack, focus on abundance. We have plenty.
Yeah, we do.
All right. So let's just see how this busing situation.
Yeah, let's see how it turns out. These busing.
It wasn't a good idea in the 70s, and I'm still thinking it's not a good idea.
Yeah, you don't want to say busing to a Black person. I don't want to be bussed.
Oh, come on, they're fun.
Your buses are fun, yeah.
Get to share a seat with somebody, and maybe even two.
Buses
they don't have seat belts.
Nice and aromatic once you're there for a while.
Oh, now, and it's different if you get to go to Cartagena in one of those buses that are full of all sorts of smells, chickens and cow. I mean, they got everything on those buses, and you're scared to death of your life because you're afraid that these buses don't have any brakes. That's an adventure. Well, for a tourist.
I would not be on that bus. That particular bus would not be the one I would be on.
I would be on that bus. I would be on that bus. Woo!
I'm scared of heights, and when you get close to the edges of those roads, it scares me so bad. I'm just like beside myself. I can't hold on to anything, because what's there to hold on to?
Can't hold on to anything. But I feel so closer to God in that moment.
Well, that you'll see God sooner. Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
Soon your questions will be answered.
Totally.
And then it's a little disappointing when I make it there. I go, I still have the questions. Hang on. You're not done with your trip.
Don't worry. You've got to go home. Remember, you've got to go home.
There's always the return trip. All right. How is this?
Okay, so first,
it's hard to read with you because I'm laughing so hard. I thought this was going to be a really kind of quiet and serious read.
You crack me up.
Okay.
So this is where we start out. We start out with the Ten of Swords.
Yes.
So we're looking at the world. We're looking, like you said, we're looking across the pond to see what's going on. And we have the world at the bottom of the reading. So endings and beginnings, right? In the past, nobody knows what to do. Nobody knew what to do. It's like, let's try this, let's try this, let's try this, let's try that. In the sky, we have the Knight of Swords. It's going to happen, and it's going to happen quickly because we now have all the information, the tools, and the knowledge that we need to make this different. This is where we are now.
Yes.
we are
Yeah.
here now. But, justice is coming. Justice is in the environment, because it's a problem that's not going away. So it has to. The wheel of fortune, where are we on that wheel? It's time. It's time. And
Time.
then I get this. We're
Yeah.
offered something. Someone's going to come up with an idea. So yay.
Yay. Yay. So I've been using just tell me a story spread. So this is just 6 cards. Tell me a story. I got temperance, which, how is all this busing going to play out? It's going to be played out by a little bit of balance, a little bit of temperance. We have to tap this down. We can't keep shipping people in yellow buses and thinking it's a good idea, dropping them off. They're people. They're people who have, and their lives are upside down. They want a better life. My great grandfather, he was an immigrant, right? He was, they didn't like him either coming over. So they're people. It's going to take some work, but we are chiseling away at it. We have a long way to go.
Yeah.
And when I looked at this, though, I go, but we already have the tools all lined up. They're all there. We just have to, we're in the balance.
Yeah.
It goes back to the temperance card, right? Okay. We need to balance this out. We have the tools. We have the pillars to do this. There is going to be some walking away from sorrow. And I'm hoping that we are going to find our path as we walk away, because we got the Fool card right next to it. So it's going to be a little bit of an unknown as we step off that cliff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that final card is, it's a karmic card. We cannot keep kicking this can down the road.
Yeah.
We have to do this. So we got the Wheel of Fortune spinning, and yeah.
It's so weird, because you have people who, like you, have descendants from other countries. Your great-grandfather was an immigrant, and you have people who know that their family wasn't originally from here. So they come here and they go, not on my land, not on my land, not on your land.
Yeah.
Are you an indigenous person? So, come on, get off that treadmill and
but I got a deed. I got a deed. Says I own it.
Yeah, that piece of paper is worth so much.
Yeah, until the bank takes it away. Oh, that.
Yeah, and then it's worth nothing.
Yeah.
In the wink of an eye, it's like that.
I know. And so I hear a lot of these people in my Republican area talking about that, oh, immigration, blah, blah, blah. And there are so many people that are leveraged. They use their homes as a piggy bank and just keep refinancing. Now, in today's interest rates, that's going to come and bite them in the butt, especially so many people are getting interest-only loans. And now it's like, holy crap. They're going, oh yeah, we got inflation. Yeah, but you caused your home value, your monthly mortgage nut to spike because of your choice to take it only.
Yeah, to be fair, some of them had to, because lost their job. They had, so to be fair, a lot of them didn't have a choice. But that is the American, that's where we are in America.
That's where we are. But you absolutely right. There are some people that don't have a choice, and then there's other people that use their house as a piggy bank.
Yeah.
And are trying to beat the system. And
so many people trying to beat the system. I don't want to pay taxes. Really? Do you want to drive on the road? Do you want to, do you want to do you want to go to the national parks and camp out? Do you want to, do you want to do anything that has to do with the, with protecting what's going on in our society, the basics, the roads, the whatever, the lights, the power, all of that takes money, and it takes your taxes. And if you don't want to be involved in society, which is what society, the unspoken contract is, that I will help, our survival. I will help with our survival. You will help with our survival. But we've become me.
I know.
Me.
And we were just talking about this, so we're not getting to our request. And it's all Toni's fault.
It's always my fault.
we were talking today about whether we should just have a 10% flat tax. So let's ask,
okay,
if we get a big enough push, a big enough buffer in Congress, so that we can pass some decent laws for the good of everybody, will they change the tax laws? We were talking about just a 10% flat tax. I would certainly be for it. And what the guy who I was talking to goes, that's not enough. It needs to be 15%. I go, but if everybody's paying that, Jeff Bezos and all these huge corporations that aren't paying anything. Now, I don't know what the accountants and the CPAs, I don't know how that would work, because that's a huge industry. But can we look to see it? I mean, is that even a thing that we could get to a flat tax? Or
let's look at that. See, can we get to a flat tax? Because it would make it so much easier on everyone.
I wouldn't be stressed out in April.
Right.
I mean, I just wouldn't be.
But, with all these loopholes and the companies, these big corporations, they're always looking for loopholes in the tax law, and what can I get away with? And if the taxes are going higher, then I'm going to cut back on the quality of my product or whatever. I don't know if this is appropriate.
That's why I have editing.
But there's Scott towel, Scott tissue, Scott toilet paper.
Oh, yeah.
Every time the market fluctuates, the quality of the paper, the tissue paper, gets weird, right? It's either really, really thin or so thick it feels like cardboard. It's like, what? Who's the quality control person in this situation?
Yeah, they're not paying him enough.
No, and we get screwed every single time.
Yeah. So I noticed, so one of my go-to snacks, and don't hate on me for eating Triscuits, but it's Triscuits. And
what's wrong with Triscuits? I mean, I
don't know, somebody will come up with something. The oil's bad, whatever. But the boxes are getting smaller and smaller. So it's like product in deflation. So the prices go up and the products get smaller.
Yeah. And my husband always gets mad at me because I always start railing on the fact that the bags of chips or the bag of anything that you get is so full of air. Yeah. You open it up and there's like 10 chips in there, right? Yeah. And he says, well, they do it that way so the chips won't get broken. And I'm like, yeah, okay.
That's another thing. Potato chip bags are shrinking. That's another vice. Fried potatoes, any
Yeah.
form, any form. Okay. Will we get to a flat tax? Will we get to a flat tax next administration? Ooh.
Mm.
What? What?
Mm.
What? Oh,
Almost. You almost had it.
almost. Our government is just, it's an almost government, the way it works.
Almost.
Almost there.
Oh, prosperity. Yes. Oh, we're going to have some. Oh, it was looking good to that last card. It was not good.
I know. It was that last card.
Oh gosh, even the qualifiers don't really make sense to me.
I had to pull two qualifiers and I'm still going, ah.
So if we, we're looking at our survival, we're looking at our gut, we're trusting our gut. We have to feel it. Everybody has to feel it. And we are feeling it. We're feeling the crunch. We're feeling it in a really base way, in that survival way, that first chakra energy. Oh gosh. So a lot of people have tried or said they've done things to help out the situation. We've given the big corporations their break. First you have a trickle down, the trickle down thing. The truth of the matter is that is all BS. So there's no trickle down. It doesn't work. It's been proven. So here we are. Karma has to step in. This is the wheel of fortune. It's time that we do so many things on this planet.
Yes.
And a lot of people are getting so discouraged by it because it's never ending. It's never ending. But in the environment, things are changing. Things are changing. And I think that it's going to be because of whatever new government comes in. And certain things, taxes are going to move on away from it. But we still have that devil card, that temptation, that which we are chained to, that the habits that we have developed over the years, and we still cannot get away from that energy. What's on the bottom? Oh, shadow.
What is
shadow? The shadow is on the bottom of the deck. So there's a lot of, we have them, we have the drive, we have the incentive, but we also have a lot of people who don't want it to be different.
Exactly. So the bottom of my deck.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to go over all this because it's your reading. I'll just be reiterating. I will do the last couple of cards though. But in the beginning, I got such good cards: Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, the Ten of Cups. Yay, celebration. That's in the past. That's not now. At the base of the deck is, let's do this. Let's have a celebration. This could be good. As we get into the internal things, I got the same embattlement that you got. It was like, oh, we're just getting beat up. This is so hard. Externally, there's going to be some new ideas that are coming up. Yeah. Hopes and fears. Yay. We hope that we'll get this. Yeah. The last card, this is what I was going, oh, that was so good until the last card.
So we're right back where we started.
Right. I go, Well, maybe I'm just not reading it right. Let me get a clarification. Okay. So maybe we're not in suspension. Maybe we just need to take a look at it from another point of view. And I got the world card. So the time this system has run its course.
Yeah.
It's done. It's over.
Yeah.
But at the base of the deck, we're still hanging on to our addiction to the old way. We're not ready to let it go.
Right. But that, we may not be ready, but the universe is ready for us to move on because we're in the Federation. We need to catch up to everybody else. We need to pull our consciousness up to a higher level. And we can't do that if we are stuck and chained to the old paradigm. So,
Did you just say the Federation, the universe?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got to read on some ET stuff.
We are part of the Federation. We have to pull our planet into alignment with everybody else. So,
do you have ET cards?
I don't.
No,
I don't. Do you? Yeah, let me see them. What do they look like?
Well, these ones are really, really simple. I have a couple of ET decks. One is the Starman Tarot.
Oh, I've seen that one. I don't have it, but I've seen that one.
It's really, really difficult to, let me just show you one card.
Okay.
As people are going, really? You're not going to read, you're just going to show a card, but you're not going to read with them. So they're real big in your hand.
Oh.
Right? Real big. And this is the Queen of Cups card, which is, how do you read that on camera?
Wow. There's a lot of stuff going on in that card.
There's a lot of stuff. So
I see
you
some
really have
sacred
to
geometry in there. What's that? What's going on?
Yeah. I mean, look at that.
Oh, wow. Wow.
It's crazy. And so I really haven't, I mean, it just, I get lost in it. So if I were to read this on YouTube, I'd be like, oh, hang on.
Let me get the book.
So I can't, but these cards are just as bad. Contact cards.
Oh, those are cute.
They're very cute. So very simple, right?
Yeah.
Very simple. Until you read the book.
I tend not to read the books. I try not to.
Okay. Do you know what Barberry Castle is?
No. Is that in England?
You have to read the book.
Is that in England? Is that a crop circle in England?
It's a crop circle.
Yeah.
And it's body, mind, spirit.
Oh.
But you have to read the book to know what that is.
This person
spend
a lot of time in the field.
Yeah. So for I don't know how long we've been going on. I think close to an hour.
Oh, it's over an hour.
So let's
You're gonna have to do a lot of editing.
No, we didn't say anything. Well, we didn't say anything stupid. Well, I did, but let me take it back. But we had a lot of fun. We
didn't say anything stupid.
No. Let's read one for the collective.
Okay.
From the point of the Federation.
Okay.
Let's see what the Federation wants us to hear at this time. Yeah. Unless you want to change the question.
I love that question. I would love to hear what they want us to do. Let's spread that out to the world. Yes. Cards are flying out of the deck.
Woo!
I hope it's not a long list of things. I'm really busy.
So everybody, if you're still watching, make sure you go and subscribe to Toni's channel. Please, please, please.
Oh. We have strength. We just don't know it.
Oh.
It's time for us to know it. It's time for us to know it. Oh, these are good. Let's see what this one is. Yes. Okay. This is on the bottom of the deck.
Oh, yay. Yay.
Yay. So you want me to go?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So I start out with the Emperor. Now, Danny, tell me what this means. Because as far as what they want us to do, I don't know, take instruction maybe. I don't know. That's coming in. Things that are coming in for us really quickly.
You're right.
New. And, you know, we have the wherewithal to get what we want. We're sitting, supposedly, this is how we should be sitting pretty. And working on that which, the things that we want in our lives, the things that we want for the planet, all of those things we're considering, we're looking at it. We're looking to see how we can move through this dimension into the next. But some people are holding on. Some people don't want to make that move because they're afraid for whatever reason, that it's not real. But a lot of people are moving out of troubled waters and looking for the assistance of the Federation. Oh, it's the Federation.
Yes.
It's the Federation.
Yes.
We're looking at what the Federation is going to do. We have strength. And it's time that we paid more attention to what the Federation is telling us so that we can celebrate our newness, the new world, the new way of being, the new paradigm, all of that. And we're loving it. Loving it. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. I don't want to read my card. I don't want to read the message they gave us.
Oh, no. It's bad.
It's bad for old white guys. Let me just put it that way. Old white guys.
That is so funny.
They're upside down and their tail's on fire. Right?
Oh my
old
gosh.
White guys.
That's horrible. That's what we have to set a fire underneath. Yes, change. We need it. We need
Time
it.
for a change. So if the old white guys are leaving, who's coming in? Oh, must be the sunshine.
Yay.
Listen for messages. This is what I'm getting. And then I got the upside down peace card. And so I'm going, well, that's where we are. So what's the message that they're saying? It feels like, and this could be the Emperor card too. So,
yes.
it could be from the top guy, but I still feel like this is more of a shifting of from male dominated hierarchy to a female hierarchy. That change, it's going to be good, but it's going to not go smoothly.
No,
So,
it's going to come through some pain. So the peace will be disrupted, but only for a while. As
yeah,
long as we stop resisting, the change. And who likes change? Nobody.
yeah. And I
can't-
think we just need to pay attention to this card throws me a little because I'm not sure what the communication that we're supposed to be hearing is.
Mhm.
And so I pulled some clarifications. This goes back to the very first thing that we were talking about, heart guardian,
Oh,
right? It
beautiful.
starts with love, it ends with love.
Yes.
And then us unlock the magic within, the magic guardian. So let's not get caught up in the negativity in
Mm.
the upside down peace sign.
Well, that's
peace
where we
card.
are now. I mean, there's so little peace on the planet right
Yeah.
now. It's hard to find. It's
Yeah,
really hard to find. And if we can pull ourselves together somehow, and I think that's what they're saying, we got to pull ourselves together. I don't know.
yeah.
I hope we
Well,
can.
one of the things that I love doing is in my meditations and in my shamanic journey, that's where I find peace. It's just it's a calm ocean for me.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just, that's it. That's where I think, and maybe that goes back to the information card. We have to get quiet to hear our guides in the Federation.
Yeah. Well, they're constantly sending down beings who can help us without interfering with our free choice. But, we people like that, we put in insane asylums, right? We put them away if we had them.
If we had them. So our mental health hospitals, I mean, I think we're safe for the time being because
Nobody's coming for us. Not yet.
not yet, anyway. They have no place to put us. The other question that I got was, are ETs, a lot of people, well, there was an article that said there's a lot of ET sightings over Ukraine. And
Oh,
and they go,
wow.
is that true or false? And I don't even need to read it. I say yes.
I'm sure they are. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that if we disrupt the vibrations with nuclear explosions or something like that, it messes up too much of the universe, of the galaxy, space.
Yeah. And I mean, we are so self-centered, as a human race, as a race, we're so self-centered to think that there's no other beings out there that are being affected by what we do.
Yeah.
What we do affects people here on the planet.
Yeah.
Everything we think, the thoughts that we think, the way that we feel has an impact on the energy here. So why would we think that what we do doesn't have an impact on the entire universe?
Exactly.
It's the law of attraction.
Right. So even our thought, right? The little thought that we have. Now imagine that being an atomic explosion. That's just going to shake galactic beings up that are like going, hell no, we're not.
Yeah.
No, we're not going to. Hopefully, I mean, I would read my contact cards on it, but we're
they're too confusing.
I have to like spread them out and look at them and make sure I get the message right, because the cards never lie.
Yeah, I got to get Andrea's cards too. I love those. I
Oh,
was
they're so good.
coveting her cards before she even got them printed. So I was
Yeah.
like, oh God, I wish I had those cards.
They're so good. Yeah. I call them my Canadian cards, because if I want to read politics, I get too involved in it down here. So if I get a Canadian point of view, they don't care so much. Yeah, they're really good. Really good. Well, Toni, thank you so much. My stomach hurts from laughing so much.
Thanks for having me.
Been great. All right.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
everybody for hanging in with us for so long. If you've been here this way, all right, or this long. Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye.